All right. I think we're live.
It says we're live.
All right. Let's get some people in the comments here. Let us know that they can hear us. Looks like we got some YouTubers commenting. All right, Sean Garner, let us know. Can you hear us, bud? We live on YouTube. I don't see any
Just got
Facebook.
the Facebook. I just got the Facebook notification.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we got Aaron Montgomery said that he can hear us. So, all right, boys. So we're live here with the two. I brought these two guys on because I felt like they deserve to be Smallie Game famous because they've been running this Smallie Games Facebook group without any sort of pay for the last 2 years and been doing a bang up job. But Alex Magner, otherwise known as Quillback, and if you're not sure about that nickname, go back and listen to Smallie Talk. We talk all about it. And then the man who needs no introduction, Jeff Daly, freaking the most unique mustache on the face of the earth. So, what's up, boys? How's it going?
It's going. Unique is a way to describe that, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things he did a bet or a dare and just like he's the type of guy that just rolls with it forever. So it's just like an ongoing joke.
Yeah, my dad told me before he left, like I couldn't grow a mustache, so I just kept going. And it's we're here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, welcome everybody to this Smallie Games rules explainer. Basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep this around an hour because we have some guests coming on. Looks like we have the Dark Horse boys in the green room here. But what we're trying to do is basically kind of go through Smallie Games 2024 and give you a baseline of understanding of like what the games are all about this year. And to be honest, we're not going to go through and be able to go through like every line by line. So before I even get started, I want you guys to refer back to the rules, which I posted on the Smallie Games board. I will also post it on our Facebook page. Refer back to the rules for any sort of like clarification. So if you're like unsure, whatever, you obviously can always DM us and we'll answer any questions you have. But if you look at the rules, I try to cover about everything. And if there's something on there, especially before the games, you feel like it needs clarification, which I think someone brought up something that I missed on there, I will try to amend them before the games start. I try not to change the rules after because we send a printed copy out with each game board. So I want, once we actually mail those out, it's kind of like set in stone unless something's just really fucked up. And in that case, we'll amend them. But I think we're pretty close. I've been working on those rules for the better part of a month, and I think I got them dialed in. So, so before we get started, do you guys have anything you want to say about the games? Alex, you're bronze master now. I know. I hope you've been gloating over Jeff about this because Jeff is not a bronze master. So
when we went out to fish with Randy, he made it sound like he was close. So I thought he was going to be a sneaky one that came in like real late. Just wasn't going to say anything. He was just going to drop the bronze master merch.
I had a hat made for him, dude. I burned it after he didn't give his bronze master board. I burned it, dude. So you'll never see that, man. So do you gonna get it this year, Jeff? What's the word, bud?
If I stop chasing those Fish Ohio rock bass, we might get on it. We're gonna move a little time. I even you can ask Magner. I debated selling the boat just to upgrade a kayak and be able to travel more because like guys like Dole and I got some friends up on Erie and then up on St. Clair that like invite me to come out, and I'm like, yeah, but the crappie are spawning, man. Like I'm kind of busy, and it's just like tough for me to swing. But you know, the change in my time, like I was trying to pull up here on the computer. I forget who, me and you, Josh, both of us were talking to in the group the other day, and he's like, I'm just not sure about doing it. I don't really smallmouth fish, and you know, that was 2 years ago when I started. Was really just to try to beat Magner. I didn't care about it. And now it's just to spite everybody that's out there. That's why I keep going.
That's the
But
best
it's
motivation, dude. Spite for
Yeah.
sure, dude.
yeah, it's definitely fun. Like the people that were asking, you know, they're like, oh, like what's the point? Or you know, there's some lames down in North Kentucky that don't want to do it because they don't catch enough big fish. They kind of gel their hair and you know worry about kayaks too much, but don't really you know catch any fish. Last name Hicks. I won't you know no names, but uh you know, it's fun. Like, even if you don't complete it, I mean, look at this dude. From the first year, there's what, 9 stickers on that? I made a goal the first year. I was just chasing wild cards. It was a blast. And so hearing the announcement and wild cards are coming back for those that are like tiptoeing or creek rat like me. Like Magner's seen my spot. You know, it's like 5 foot wide and my deepest hole is 6.5 foot. So you know it's a true creek, and I started finding those 17s and 18s early last year, and I was like, all right, we're gonna start exploring a little bit, but this has helped start that, so people should get in.
Yeah, as far as the that whole sentiment about, well, should I why should I play if I can't beat it? Well, one, you don't know if you can beat it until you try, because this year there's going to be some mystery on to actually what it takes to fully beat the game, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But really, it's not about beating the game; it's just about the experience. I know for myself, like the reason that I even came up with the game in the first place is just because I was out there like chasing smallmouth, and while I do fish from tournaments, I'm not like a huge tournament guy. I was like, man, I want something to kind of work toward, to like when I'm out there catching 18s and 19s, like to like just keep track of them. And really, that's why this game was born. It's not necessarily about beating it. And once you get it and you start sort of like working towards it, then you're like, oh, I think I can do this. And I think Magner's a really good example that he just like started playing and then got more and more like motivated to beat it, and it kind of takes your fishing to another level. Would you agree with that, Alex?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus, like I don't know, I've got like a little sheet that I've kept all the little football stickers on, and it's just kind of a my year in review kind of deal. And looking back from the first year of doing it, like I think I maybe finished one level or 1.5 levels, and then like this year, I probably take out any of the 16s. I probably could have beat the first years with the fish that I caught, and it just forced me to make better decisions based off where I think I could maybe have a chance of catching the bigger fish.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, man. And this year, okay, so we're gonna get into it real quick because I'm excited to kind of tell you guys. This for us, this is like an big experiment, right? Like nobody else is doing a fishing board game, not to mention just for smallmouth. So like this is like the most niche freaking thing that you know, you could come up with. So for us, we're just having fun with it, man. We know it's never gonna, Smallie Games is never gonna have a million people playing it. So that's cool. It's for this like corner of the fishing community that's like into smallmouth and wants to like actually take the time to keep track of smallmouth they catch. So every year we kind of look at like the feedback from the people playing it. We look at like how I personally experience playing it. I know Dustin and Andrew, other guys with the Chegan, they neither one of them have beat it, and I get feedback from them, from Derek, Hoosier State Fishing, get feedback from him. As far as like what like he, what he sort of as a guy that's not necessarily out as much as me, like what he's getting out of it. And we try to adjust it every year so that it keeps getting better and better. So hopefully this year it's it's closer to a game for everybody. With that said, the title of Bronze Master will always be sort of difficult. Like I'm never gonna make Bronze Master like this super easy thing. Like you're gonna have to work at it. But as far as playing the rest of the game and staying engaged, that's the other part of the game we're like working on. So this year, without further ado, I think you guys have seen a little bit if you pay attention on social media. Kind of what we are trying to do with it. But this is first official copy of level 1. So you can see Dink Destroyer up here. And really, what we did this year is we broke the game down into 4 levels. So you're going to have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Each level will have a unique name. First one's Dink Destroyer, and it will drop on March 1st. Now, the other levels, level 2 is called Chub Chaser. So figured you guys will like that. So Chub Chaser, that will actually drop on May 1st. So we actually won't have level 2 available until May 1st. Same thing with level 3, Brown Bomber. That'll be available July 1st. And then the final level of Bronze Master will be available on September 1st. Now, I know people's wheels are turning. They're like, oh, I'm only going to have two months to beat Bronze Master. Now, here's the deal with it, okay? Each level will have its own identifier. So level 1 is a blue. This is what level 1 identifier looks like. So level 1 is a blue sticker. This is what you're going to put on your bump board. No wristbands this year. We're trying to sort of keep the cost down by making it able to be shipped in a flat envelope. So everything that you'll get will be in an envelope for the first, really all 4 levels. So you'll get an identifier. You'll get a couple player stickers. I think you guys have seen this graphic floating around. This will come with it as well. And what you'll do on level 1, there'll be game piece wise. There's going to be a 16 through 18 inch game piece. So actually 16, 17, and 18 inch fish will all be like equal. So you'll have one game piece for 16, 17, and 18 inch fish. So let's see here. Let's see if I can share my screen real quick. All right. So I'm going to share the game piece with you guys so you can see it. All right. So this is what the level 1 game piece looks like. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So if you catch a 16, 17, or 18 inch fish on level 1, you can play this on the level 1 board. You can only play this on the level 1 board, though. And you can see it's blue, same color as the identifier. So if you look at the board, and I'll pull up the board here real quick. Let's see. All right. So if you pull up the board, you'll see that on the level 1 board. Okay. So level 1 board, Dink Destroyer, all the squares are blank, right? So basically the level 1 is the easiest one to beat. So you can fill this board out with anything on the pieces. So you can fill it out with the level 1 piece, with that blue piece, 16 through 18. You can fill it up with 19s, 20s, 21s, 22s, 23s, whatever. But this board has no size requirements. So you can fill up this board with all 16 through 18 inch fish. And honestly, we're not gonna release the next board so you won't see what's required for the next board. But I will tell you this: save your 19s, save your 20s, save your 21s, because you're going to need them coming up. So, but Dink Destroyer level 1 is going to be the easiest to beat. You need 20 game pieces. Now, you also need 2 wild cards, but we're going to talk about wild cards here in a second. Do you guys, Alex and Jeff, do you have any questions about what I'm going through so far?
Nope.
Sounds like you just need 22 fish to beat level 1.
Yeah, potentially. The wild cards could be more than 1 fish, depending on which I'll explain here in a sec. Okay, so you got your board. You're catching fish. You're catching 17s, 16s. And then you're like, all right, I need to do my wild cards. So wild cards is how they're going to look. Okay, so you're going to be able to. We're going to have a different wild card challenge, just like we did on the game last year's. Just like we had, or I'm sorry, year 1, we had the wildcard challenges that were a different challenge every month. So you're going to have that exact same thing. So in March, there'll be a March wildcard challenge. You will be able to obtain on the maximum 2 wildcard pieces per month. Okay. So let's just hypothetically, I'm using this, I don't think this is going to be a challenge, but let's use this. Let's say the challenge was you had to catch a smallmouth with a red eye. Okay. So let's just hypothetically say that's the wildcard challenge for March. You would have to catch 2 of those to get both of the pieces. Okay, so 1 for the first wildcard piece, another one, a different one for the second wildcard piece. But that's the most that you can obtain. That's the most wildcard pieces that you could obtain in March. And this is what the wildcard piece looks like, by the way. Here, let me get off this thing here. So can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So this is what the wildcard pieces look like this year. So you can get 2 per month. The season consists of 8 months, so you can get potentially 16 wildcard pieces maximum. So you can get 2 per month. Each month will have a different challenge. You could obtain 2 per month, so 16 total. To beat the game, you only need to get 8. So essentially, you need to get you need to get 8 wildcard pieces, and it doesn't matter how you get them. You can get them in the last 4 months, or you could get them in the first 4 months. You get them in the middle 4 months. You get 1 every month. It doesn't matter, but you need 8 to complete the game. So when we're going through and you see like an easy wildcard challenge, you're like, oh, this is going to be easy for me, because some parts of the country, the wildcard challenges might be easier than others. Depending, like if it's catch a rock bass, freaking Daly's gonna do that with his eyes closed. So, if you ask somebody that doesn't have rock bass in their system to catch a rock bass, that challenge might be kind of hard for him. So, the wildcard challenges will be released the last day of the month before. So this on the 29th is tomorrow. I'll release the wildcard challenge for March. And that way you'll kind of have an idea to prepare yourself, whatever you need to be doing to get that. So let's see here. Are you guys paying attention to these questions, by the way?
Yeah. I guess one question.
Okay.
So
yeah.
With what is there any length restriction to the ones that count toward the wild card? Or is it just
there's not any default restriction.
Like red eye, if it was 4 inches or if it was
we would specify. So if there's a length restriction, we would say, you have to catch, a smallmouth over 12 inches that has a red eye. But I mean, that will be specified within the wildcard challenge. It won't necessarily be a default thing. So we have the wild cards. Now, here's the kind of the last piece of this puzzle to get to the next level. So let's say you've been working at your Dink Destroyer board. You got, let's say you got 19 of the 20 pieces filled, right? And on May, you drop Chub Chaser. And you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to be, freaking Chub Chaser. in order to order the level 2 board, you have to have beat the level 1 board. Okay, so you basically can't skip ahead and order that board until you beat level 1. And the reason why that is, and this is kind of a cool thing, when you beat level 1, you're going to get like a some sort of certificate or sticker that gives you the status of Dink Destroyer. So with the level 2 board, you're going to get like, you achieve Dink Destroyer status with each level that you beat. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think it said in the rules, I was reading over that PDF you sent out, was it you have to submit a picture of that completed board when, like
Yes.
purchasing the second or
Yeah, so just like you would submit a picture of a fish for a game piece, you would just submit a picture of your board to move on to level 2.
Yeah, Jeff, you wouldn't know this, but when I, hit Bronze Master, I had to send that whole board in to them so they could actually certify that.
That's right,
that's
baby.
You had me Photoshop. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He grabbed some
Brandon asked
stickers off me.
Yeah, Brandon asked a good question. I keep forgetting about this, but we are going to allow one bonus fish that was caught between January 1st and March 1st to be submitted without an identifier. So if you had caught, maybe a 22 and a quarter inch smallmouth, I don't know, at some point before March 1st, you could submit that and you would get whatever piece that you're qualified for. So you can get one bonus fish before then. We did that same thing. Did that same thing last year. Go ahead.
I think you did it the last 2 years.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, and also when we launched the game, we're going. Zine Crowley. When we launched the game, there's obviously going to be a lag time between when you sign up and pay for your board and when you actually get it in the mail. So we're going to release a code on day 1 that you can write on your hand or a piece of paper or whatever. So any fish that you catch between March 1st and when you actually get your board, you'll still be able to use that without an identifier. And we did that last year as well. Also, to talk about the pieces. So 19s, 20s, 21s, 22s, 23s can all be used universally throughout any level. Okay. So when you catch a 19, you get a 19-inch piece, you don't have to play that on your board. You can play that, you can save it, and you can play it on any level. And that's what I was getting at on level 1. I would not play any of those unless you're Randy Long, then it doesn't fucking matter. And you can play any level, and he could probably fill up the whole board with 20s and nobody would, he wouldn't have any issues with it. 19s and 20s look like this. They're the same size. So you have 19s or 20s, 19s. There's 19s and 20s. And then 21s. So that's going to cover up an entire column. So that would represent 5 or 4 fish, essentially. So that's a vertical column of 21. 22s cover up 3 columns. So they would cover up 12. And here's the thing. In certain levels, if they're like, let's say there's a 20 and 2 19s within 3 columns, this would beat all those. So just keep that in mind. 23s, bam. That's a whole level, baby. And I'm predicting this year somebody catches a 23. So I think that's going to happen. And then bringing back the bonus stickers. Now, bonus stickers you won't get with with the level pieces like the 16 through 18, anything 19 plus, but that's what the bonus stickers look like this year. So kind of the same die cut. 19s plus get a bonus sticker. And then probably the last thing I'll talk about as far as rules go. Well, it's not really the rules. So I'm actually really excited about this. So the board is going to cost $6. I said $5. shoot me, I raise it $1, and because of shipping costs, they're a
We'll
little
see you guys
more.
later.
I know. So $6 for the starter kit. That includes all your stickers, everything that comes with the starter kit. Now, here's the cool part about it. Effectively, the board is only going to cost $1, and here's why. So I stopped by for the first time at a little old shop called American Legacy Fishing. You may have heard of it. They're like not quite Tackle Warehouse level, but they're getting there. They're a huge online retailer. My boy Graham there had a long discussion with them. He's a Smallie Talk listener, and he committed to give everybody that signs up to Smallie Games a $5 gift card to American Legacy Fishing. So you will get a code in when you sign up, you get $5 towards any purchase there, which they're a freaking sick shop. They have like everything. I went in there and spent like $200 the other day. So you get a $5 gift card. Also, and we'll talk about this, and this is a good kind of segue to bring in our first guest. And so we're also going to have challenges within Smallie Games this year. So this is something that you two probably have not heard about yet. But so the first official challenge that we're going to launch on Smallie Games is going to be the Broken Twig Hog Challenge. Is what we're calling it. Hog spelled with a W because I'm from Indiana and that's how we say hog. But I'm bringing on Chris Lemesser from Broken Twig Nets. Chris, what's up, brother? How's it going?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing, man?
Not much, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who aren't familiar with Broken Twig, Chris, tell us a little bit about your company and what you guys do over there.
Yeah, so kind of like you guys, right? Like a lot of your listeners and fans and stuff out there. My two big passions in life are fishing, of course, and hockey, right? I'm from Michigan, grew up playing hockey. I still play hockey. My kids play hockey. I get to coach them. So, really lucky because I get to kind of merge my two passions together. And I don't know how came up with this wild idea where we recycle broken carbon fiber hockey sticks into fishing nets, landing nets, and gaffs and bait nets and a bunch of other stuff too, but mostly landing nets. And you guys know he's got one there in the background. And yeah, so we started that not even quite 3 years ago, and it's going really well. It's awesome. I mean, you use the nets, Josh. You know that they're legit, and we're really
I use the gaffs for smallmouth more than I do the nets. So yeah, I figured Jeff would like that one.
Straight to the
orange
icebox.
smallmouth. I target orange smallmouth, dude. That's like the citrus flavored smallmouth. Yeah, so I have used your nets and they're badass, and I've used a lot of different nets throughout the years, and like I'm not just saying this because you're my friend. Like functionally, they're the nicest nets I've ever used. Primarily just because they're so light. Like, I mean, you're taking essentially like a high end. Like, what's an average like nice hockey stick cost?
I mean, average you're talking probably $200. I mean, they go up to $350. So yeah, it's really high end carbon fiber material, like you're saying. And honestly, that's how it kind of started for me, like I fish a lot like you guys and really picky about a lot of my equipment and nets too. Right. And just kind of used a bunch of different nets over the years and never really liked what I had. And then, that kind of started the whole thing.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving away, I don't think we've decided necessarily what kind of net, because I think you have a multitude of nets. Probably we can do gaff if you want. If you want to gaff smallmouth, we could probably work something out. But we're going to be giving away the first person to catch a 21-inch smallmouth and turn it into the game piece. So it's going to sort, and now the bonus fish doesn't count. Okay, so the fish has to be caught after March 1st, but the first person to catch a 21-inch smallmouth and order a 21-inch game piece, and you better believe I'm going to be meticulous about that shit. Like, I'm going to make sure it's a legit 21. Like, none of these, like, little cheater fish. 21-inch submission, and they get a brand new broken twig net. And we'll probably work out, like, a gift card thing. I think that's what we talked about.
They can pick out, custom make one, whatever they want.
Well, that's gonna head to Southwest Ohio or Pennsylvania. So
yeah, it's not gonna happen in Indiana. We know that.
Oh, bud. If I wasn't running this game, dude, I would go show Randy what's up. I can at least do the 21s. I got a few holes, you know. Got them tied up on a log, just snag them right out of the water.
He's got.
Well, isn't that how you started your original Instagram and podcast? Was Quest for 21? You're still chasing it? Yeah, you're still in that quest.
Yeah, quest to kill a 21-inch smallmouth. So I'm laying that on thick, Jeff, for you in case you didn't notice. Like we're going with the whole I eat smallmouth theme this year. So we're going to keep people guessing.
I'm kind of mad the Beef hasn't released the Expo podcast yet because you would be cussing me. It is a great time.
I haven't heard it yet. I keep waiting. Well, Chris, do you have anything else, man? I'm going to bring in our next guest. I guess we appreciate you partnering with us. We're super excited.
I want to give him a shout out because I've been with Chris since way back in the day. Yep. Danielle got me one. We talked about it. He wanted to replace it. And I was like, oh man, I got to keep the OG. But I went and got 2 different net handle sizes. Like I got this for the kayak just because it's not a long handle. And that original I got would be like too long, get caught and, just weird trying to scoop. But I got I would call a medium and a short handle because weighting and stuff. I didn't want to carry a bunch of stuff, but I'll tell you guys, it's worth it. Like he puts in the work, and I mean, he may be, a Red Wings fan, but he can't be perfect.
We're coming out of the woodwork now that they're kicking ass. Like everybody's a Red Wings
fan. Nobody's a fan anymore.
Well, we do. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that. You've always been a big supporter, and you donated to that charity tournament we did, so. Really appreciate you, man. Chris is a good dude. The nets are secondary to the man, so he's
thank you.
Good guy and always treated me right. And yeah, we're excited to see that first 21 and starting March 1st, the Broken Twig Hog Challenge starts. So
it'll be. I can't wait to watch and follow along. I'm not playing. I probably should, but I'd probably embarrass myself. I don't know if you have stickers for 13-inch largemouth, but I could probably fill a board. But I'm excited to follow along, and I think thanks for you guys for the support. It always surprises me every year how many nets I ship to Indiana, which you don't think of it as like a big hockey culture place, but obviously people fish there and use landing nets. So and maybe it's because of you guys, right? So thank you for what you guys do.
Yeah, man, for sure. We appreciate you, Chris. Well, let's bring on. Okay, let's bring on the next dude. I think. All right, we're gonna have Fish or Die come on, but I think they pulled out the last minute. Had some work stuff going on. They're gonna be doing a partnership giveaway as well. But the boys that are here, we got 2 of them. 2 freaking. What have we got? Oh, I thought you had a beer helmet on there for a second. You thought your headphones were.
Look who's muted. What an idiot. Look at this guy.
Dude.
Oh, hey, Zach.
It's Zetch.
Zetch. It's Zetch
from the dark horse kissing booth, dude.
Should drink a little Topo Chico.
Yeah.
For your Wednesday night, bud. I like that. Little hard seltzer.
Yep. Can't do beer, so it's got to be the Celsius.
I don't blame you, bud.
Non-alcoholic beer and coffee for me.
Together?
Yeah, I'm drinking coffee too. So
one after the other, not together.
So We haven't. For those who don't know, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm pretty sure most people know Dark Horse that would be on the slide, but I don't care which one of you guys want to alpha the other one and explain what your company is all about. But I'm gonna let you sort that out. So tell us
Go
a little
ahead.
bit about Dark Horse.
Go ahead, Mouth.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm the mouth of this operation, and Zach is the hole. But we are Dark Horse Tackle. Zach's been with me for just over a year. And I tell people that this company pretty much started a year ago. We've been doing it. I've been involved with it since 2019. We are a American small business centered company. We are no longer just a subscription box. We are also an online retailer. We do a lot of work and relationship building with companies such as Achigan, such as Broken Twig Landing Nets. We worked with Chris about 3 years ago. What we're trying to do is just be a one-stop shop for American small businesses. So we have a build your own box option on our website. We have an online retail store. And then the foundation of it, the OG, is the subscription products. We've got a box and we've got a dabble pack. I've got a giant mess behind me that's kind of half and half. But this is basically the operation all in boxes behind me. We have an expo Saturday and Sunday. You guys are going to be there, aren't you, Josh?
Yes, sir. We're leaving Friday night. We'll see you guys there. So.
Yeah, if you could just help Zach just set the whole thing up for me, I gotta work.
They fixed that, bro. They're open. They're open till 8, so you better get your ass moving and get down there and help.
Gonna get moving. Did I miss anything, Zach?
No.
Good.
Except I think we're gonna be giving something to Achigan to hand out for prizes.
Yeah. So we're gonna come up with something really, really unique for your guys' giveaway. We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it for maybe middle of the game when get a little stagnant, when you need a little boost. But you guys have committed to do a. How'd you do that? How'd you get that thumbs down?
It's this stupid ass iPhone.
I don't know why it said thumbs down. We can. I mean.
Okay, I like that. I like that, dude. So you guys committed to do a 6-month subscription to your service. Basically donate it. So we're gonna do something really freaking cool with that. So I'm not sure what that is. If we got ideas, maybe like most rock bass caught in 1 month.
I don't want to give it to Jeff.
Yeah, this will be the Dark Horse Tackle Box giveaway challenge. Will be for the most bedfish caught with a weighted treble shrinking. Susquehanna 2.0.
Yeah. Let's not act like everybody hasn't snagged a 20-inch smallmouth off the bed before, dude.
Yeah. What is this? An MLF tournament?
It's a rite of passage, If you're not snagging smallmouth on beds, like what are you even doing, dude? No,
you're not winning.
We'll do something. Jeff's actually, I personally, my most favorite wildcard challenge from 2 years ago. Jeff actually came up with the idea. It was, I think, wasn't it catch a smallmouth on the homemade lure? Wasn't that your thing, Jeff?
Yeah, because I just use what you have, and I just went with an inline spinner type of deal and made it out of a PBR bottle cap because I am who I am.
That is true. You are who you are, buddy.
Yeah, so I think that we should definitely bring that challenge back in some capacity. So
I'm cool with that.
We'll see, though. We'll see. We're going to come up with something unique, whatever. I also been neglecting this dude. Freaking, you guys ever heard of Mexican MacGyver? I know that Jeff. I know that Jeff and Glovac have. Let me tell you something.
I have not.
No.
This is the man that he was responsible for probably about half of the Achigan artwork. And I'm bringing him on right here, but because he's been hanging out. What are you doing, Dustin? You building an AR or something? So you
Not
got
with
going
that
on?
baby face.
What are you, fed?
What up, dude? No, I'm getting ready for this season.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
That's pretty, man.
Nose hook
Yeah,
baby swim bait.
nice,
That'll work on those
nice.
beds. Just put a 1 ounce sinker on the bottom of it.
No, if I'm being honest, I in preparation for the Smallie Games in the season, I like probably most of you guys have spent way too much money on tackle and other things. So I've offloaded all of my old crappy lures, and I'm passing them down to the next generation. So I've got my son's tackle, and I'm putting them all in there.
Well, that dude, you got to pass it down, pass it forward.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
yeah.
Here,
What'd you say?
I said, "Am I in here? Am I in the lobby now?" I've been hanging out backstage now for a long time.
Yeah, we had we had 2 rows of guests, and I just realized there's another person on. I don't actually hear there's somebody named Turd Ferguson waiting. I don't know who that is, but it looks like they might have given up because it looks like their device is not connected. So Turd Ferguson, if you're watching this and you want to come on, dude, you're gonna have to fix your audio.
I feel like I'm wearing the wrong hat for this right now. Can we restart?
Yeah, no
My
joke, dude.
Bill's a little curved for this event.
Dude, hey man, I feel like if I went curve, it would just age me that much more. You're still. I feel like you're probably younger than me, so you can get by with that curve, Bill. So
I just got that handsome, charming whimsy, that of a mentally 8-year-old boy. But I am 32.
I quit peeking in mailboxes a while ago, so mine hasn't formed that.
I'm old as shit. I can't have
How else do you think Dark Horse Tackle gets these baits, Alex?
Well, I'm trying to think if we have anything else. Dustin, do you have anything you wanted to talk about the games? Any? Because Dustin's really, honestly, he's the sort of artwork guy behind everything. He's been working hard. He designed all this year's game pieces. Really designed the board. All that stuff is all out of Dustin's little pretty little fingers. Let's see those bad boys, bud.
Pull out those hands.
Little talented fingers, bud. He does all the artwork. So you guys would not believe how many hours of manpower goes into this freaking year of these games. It's like probably been 6 months of going back and forth, just making sure everything looks good. And, finally, and for some reason, every year we wait until 3 weeks before to send everything to print. So we're just now getting everything in. I'm sure you Dark Horse boys know all about that.
Hell yeah, man. That's why I use a little business about, I don't know, half mile from my house called Slavia Printing, because they can turn things around in 4 hours.
They're remarkably fast. So
and we need that.
Back 2 years ago, the old printing shop that I would go to for all the literature, I'd call them and they'd be like, "Well, we don't really know when we're gonna get this done." And I'm like, "Dude, I just need 300 4x6 pieces of paper, guys. It's not crazy." But they acted like they colored them in by hand.
It looked like it sometimes.
We haven't found a reliable local print shop, Dust. We probably need to do that, because we end up getting stuff from an online vendor. I think the game boards came from a place in California, so they took a while to get here.
Well, it looks like you guys got a lot of stuff going on with the material and the coating on the paper and stuff like that, and is kind of difficult for a lot of these little guys to do.
Yeah, that's what we were finding, especially we went away from the poster style one, because mine kept getting damaged. My boards by the end of the year of I try to take them off the wall, move them, and rip it and stuff, and it was just too fragile. So we went to this little thicker cardstock, and we can ship it a lot cheaper as well.
Nice.
So yeah, should be. Unfortunately, a lot of things come down to like logistical type costs like that because to ship those freaking tubes, man, those are like expensive. What were those dust? Those are like we're paying like probably $10+ to ship those things.
Yeah, it was like $7 to $11, I think, depending on where it was going in the country. The biggest thing, it was really difficult to package them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maneuver them around. It was really inefficient.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all this stuff, man. I'm going to play this year.
Yeah, I'll
All right,
probably catch like a 21-incher. I don't know, probably tomorrow. Just the day before anything happens, because it is a leap year this year, guys. We were blessed with another day
Okay.
of February.
So you're saying Saturday I can go on and get my game board, huh?
Yeah, so it'll be 5 o'clock Eastern on Friday that we will have the game boards officially available. That Sean Gardner, he asked that question, so I want to make sure I answer that for him. Another thing we got kind of cooking, and I haven't really talked to Dustin about this much. He might be like, "What the hell, dude? Why'd you say this?" But I want to add on at the end of Smallie Games. So we're gonna do Smallie Games like normal this year, right? So we'll have like, you have until October 31st to beat the game. You're your bronze master, but we're gonna have a little bit of a bonus next off season. I think we're gonna do a winter Smallie Games.
Ooh.
So we're gonna have obviously certain parts of the country that might be kind of difficult to do. But what I was thinking is we could take another one of these boards and sort of tack it on to this one and make it like kind of icy, put that ice on it. Dusty, you think you could do that?
All day, baby. Make that-
So it'll be Smallie Games Frozen Edition, dude. That's what it's going to be called. Smallie Games Frozen Edition. And it's going to run.
Dude.
What? Do you have a different name for it, Jeff?
Yeah, you can't use that because Magner is not allowed to use any frozen terms. He decided to have a daughter and ruined my frozen room at his house, which is where I used to sleep with a giant Elsa.
Yeah.
And because he had a daughter, they painted over it, so frozen is banned.
All the more reason to call it Frozen Edition, dude. Yeah, so we'll do, and I think we'll run that from basically when the games end on November. We'll start November 1st and we'll run through February, the end of February, and we'll just have it as like a one board thing, and we'll have just like it won't be near as involved as the regular Smallie Games. It'll just be like a little add-on and just a way for your people that like to fish in the winter to kind of get in on some action.
You're just lining this up for Magner to win again, bro. I think that dude catches bigger smallies in the winter than he does year round.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's when the big fish bite, man. I tell people all the time.
Mm-hmm. I would 1,000% agree with that. It's definitely a kind of a grind to fish in the wintertime, but
it's worth it.
I feel like it's worth it because once you figure it out. I fished for probably 3 seasons, man, where just like I couldn't figure it out, and I don't know if it was a lot colder those winters, and I just like wasn't there on the right days. But since I kind of figured it out, I look for like usually about September-ish time frame. I'm like, dude, I can't wait till it freaking gets cold because those fish get easy to pick off. So
that's what I said to Zach. I say it to Zach every year. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't wait until it's December.
And then it's December and we go fishing and he just cries the entire time because he's cold.
Yep. And then I catch a 3 or 4 pounder and I'm like, I'm done crying.
Hey, Dustin, what would you think about I definitely shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say this. So for those who don't know, Dustin is a very, very talented tattoo artist. So he did, if you guys have seen my tattoo, I don't know. Yeah. Dustin did this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's what do you say, Dust? We give away a Mexican MacGyver tattoo sesh.
Bring it on,
We'll
boys.
do that.
Welcome to the studio.
Yes, sir.
Nothing
Come
like a
on, Jimmy.
basement tattoo.
All this.
Yeah, I feel like if they're willing to go down in the basement with Dustin. Now, I will tell you this as someone who's been down there at his tattoo studio, you are only allowed to wear thongs. That's kind of a
Figures.
rule of entry. So, clothing is not optional. It is mandatory to take off. So, if you're willing to go down in Dustin's basement with nothing but a thong on, he will give you a tattoo. So,
Quick.
You heard him, Zach.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
I did see a question here. Brandon said, I know you can order the board later in the day, Friday. I'm fishing most all day Friday, 3-1. Can we get the identifier early Friday morning to start measuring and submitting fish? What do you guys think about that? Think we should drop it in the morning, or we should only let people?
I mean, you say it starts March 1st, so 5 p.m. is about 17 hours late.
All right. Well, then we'll release it. Instagram story. I'll release it at 7 in the morning. I'll release the code. So, and it just has to be in the picture. It can be on a piece of paper. It can be on your hand. Whatever you catch that day counts. So
Right.
I will give that out on our Instagram story at 7 a.m. So I think that's all I had. We're actually ahead of schedule. Do you boys have anything else you want to talk about? Like,
I'm excited for this expo, man. I'm excited to
Yeah.
hang out. I heard you're buying the first round.
I did commit to that. So
I'm cheap.
I will buy the first round of beers. We definitely have to go out Friday night or Saturday night. Saturday night we got to go out, find somewhere fun to go. There's got to be some. This place we're going is Girard, Ohio.
It's basically Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, yeah.
College town, baby, like that. So Sean asked if stickers the same price. Okay, so stickers, that's something I completely forgot about. So there is a little bit of a change with that this year. Stickers are the same price as far as like $3 for an individual sticker, $2 if you buy 5 or more. But the caveat we're going to do, if you buy anything on our website, stickers are free. Okay? So if you buy anything at full price other than another sticker, so anything that like shirt, hat, print, anything, we'll throw them in for free. And because really, to be honest with you, the stickers are a pain in our ass to ship. Dustin, would you agree with that? That's the most.
That's easy money. That's easy money, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
$1
Let me
sticker,
tell you.
$5 shipping.
Yeah. Yeah. So stickers have always had free shipping for sure. So we'll continue that. But if you buy anything else, so if you want to wait until you're like, oh, let's wait until they do a drop and get a shirt or whatever, like we'll throw all your game pieces in for free. So that's sort of what we're committing to this year. Now, you probably heard some whispers about it, but we have a couple projects in the works, and hopefully we'll be selling some other type of gear at some point where you can maybe buy stuff that you can actually fish with, and you can throw your stickers in with those orders. So we actually have I don't know if I want to announce this here.
Do it.
I feel like it might be a mistake. Let's just put it this way: we got something called Project X.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Project X
They're making
coming.
drugs.
We're cooking
Copyright
meth, boys. Cooking meth. You ride the lightning with the Chigan. It's our new tagline.
Chase the dragon.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got something in the works. I tell you what, I'm gonna show you a box. So this will give you a good idea here.
I thought chasing the bronze was about catching smallies, but apparently it's something completely different.
No, the spoon is the bronze.
So you guys see that? This is some materials. So
Nice.
I don't know if you guys know what that is. So
Yeah,
we got some stuff on the way here. May or may not be doing something that's never been done before in the fishing industry. So we'll kind of see what we got coming. I'll probably be calling you dark horse boys about that, by the way.
Love it.
So,
Love it. Absolutely
yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So I don't have anything else though. It's 2 till 8. We can let you guys go. Dustin, you have anything, man? Anything you wanted to talk about the games?
I don't. I apologize. I had to take a phone call for a good portion of the call here, but yeah, for everybody's listening, you guys on here, thanks for participating and supporting the games. We're obviously excited about it, and one of the things we're really excited about is the addition of some giveaways. Along with the same style of game that we'd done the previous years. So yeah, appreciate you guys and being invested in it, and just excited to get out there and catch some fish.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all the partners. But since we have Josh and Zach on here, really appreciate you guys stepping up. You guys have. It's kind of cool. I don't even know how people come together with this stuff, but like.
Oh, we'll find you. Zach will find a way. I can tell you that 100%. He'll come to your house.
I feel like, yeah. Don't give Jeff any ideas, dude. So, as far as you guys have just like always been in the same kind of corner of the internet and corner of the fishing industry that we're in, and it's cool. I'm actually really looking forward to meeting you guys.
Hell yeah, man!
Weekend.
It was bound to happen, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna go crush it at this show. Both of us freaking sell a bunch of shit, and just preach the gospel of smallmouth fishing and dark horse tackle boxes, dude. We're gonna freaking go do our thing. I will have a booth for Smallie Talk, so you guys will have to come over and do a little quick interview on the Get Smallie Talk podcast. And
you got it.
If you show up and you're on this call and I promise you, I'll give you 5 minutes on Smallie Talk. So we'll have. Is that you raising your hand, Jeff?
Oh, I thought Chris was here. My bad.
Oh God, dude, those make Chris's hands look freaking tiny, dude. Chris's hands are. If you meet this guy, if you meet Chris in person, just shake his hand really firm, and it'll blow your mind, dude. tiny hands, Chris.
I literally had to bust out my new mold from Do It Molds to make these. So,
hey man, you put some hooks on those. We'll get them in a box, dude.
Yeah, we'll get them in a box. That's your homemade lure, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you boys coming, showing up, doing this with us. Look forward to having you guys playing this year. I'll bring some boards for you guys to that show, so you'll have them.
Nice.
And yeah, if you guys are at the show and you want to pick up a board, we'll have them there. Hopefully, we'll get some people signed up at the show. We will be out this weekend, so I would imagine boards won't actually ship until Monday because we'll be gone. So just be patient with us on that.
Hell yeah, but nothing happens Expo weekend.
No,
nothing.
Anybody that places an order from like now until Monday, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of just how it is, man. The reality is maybe at some point we'll have a staff full of people in the warehouse just shipping our shit, but right now that is
I'll just text.
possible.
Well, no, we'll have all the stuff. I was going to say, I can just text my mom and say, hey, can you please go down to the basement?
Yeah, that's that. You got to use the child labor and the geriatric labor, dude. You get both of those rolling.
it's just us.
Yeah.
Now, see,
I hear you.
if Dark Horse Tackle was in the basement of my parents' house and we set my mom loose on it, that good things would happen, dude.
I think I would. I disagree. Love you.
Yeah. Well, hey, boys, like I said, first round's on me this weekend.
Yep.
Jeff,
Hell yeah,
if
man.
you show up, I'll buy you a beer and I'll also pin you in the aisleway. So that's
Dude,
God.
yeah.
I've been waiting. He's been ducking me, dude. I've been trying to tell him I'm going to wrestle him for at least a year, and I got this herniated disc just waiting on you, bud. I've been healing it up, just waiting on you. So
It's always the excuses. It's the second step to girls' state this weekend. We just took out the number 5 in the state last weekend, so she wrestles again this Sunday. So I doubt I'll be up there. Since
I feel you,
everybody
dude.
cleaned it last minute, I jumped in Josh and Zetch's live the other night to try to derail their talk with the guy holding the show, and like I normally do.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh, you think you have it bad. These guys will have a live, and I'll just continuously tap request to join on Instagram until they bring me on, and I'm usually not that sober.
Yeah.
And I will just go on a rant.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You had the audacity to get on in my live as I'm winning a Bassmaster tournament. The only person that would actually, and I accepted it fully, dude. I was all about it.
Yeah, I went back to the spot and I saw that dead 20 and a half up on the rocks too. So I know what you did.
It's where I got all of them, dude. Just like stored them in the cracks of the rock, man. Just grabbed them right off there.
Oh no, I seen it. I seen it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we both saw it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate all you guys, everybody that's playing this year. We're super pumped. We're gonna freaking have a fun year this year, and yeah, the goal this year: 300 people, $6 to play. You get a $5 gift card. That's got to be like. I need one person get 2 people. Each person that's played before you get 2 people to sign up. Recruit them. It's $6. Come on now. Can't beat that.
Love it.
So, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to do. So I'm looking at the Facebook group, which is something, just I wanted to drop a one-liner on Smallie Games 2024 bragging board. We've just used the same group for the last 3 years. Me, Magner, and Josh are all admins on it. The real Josh, not the Ohio one. And we try to keep it simple in there, man. We're pretty chill. Everybody has fun. As much as I talk about clubbing smallmouth with a boat paddle, if you're gonna post pictures, it only takes a couple seconds. Give them a dunk. If you get a little gill blood, like just give them a dunk. Don't drag them up the mud and post
Please.
it, and then threaten me, and then not follow through at the Columbus Fishing Expo when you walk right past me. But just look, be smart. We're at 293 members. We just ask a couple questions. Everybody jumps in there. Everybody, some days we get pretty chippy, but if you talk crap about Shrinko cheating on the Susquehanna, then we'll be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for some harmless, hardware winning tournament angler cheating accusations. We had Wheeler at the expo a couple weeks ago, and now we're gonna have Shranko at this one. So it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
Basically the same thing. Me and Wheeler kind of the same. Same level.
You guys share tips with each other.
We're both from Indiana. So
Exactly.
Dude, Wheeler's a good dude. I've actually fished multiple tournaments against that guy, and I beat him before. So
I have too. Feels good.
Yeah. Just an FYI, he used to fish the White River back in the day, dude. Dude used to show up with his Rayovac wrapped boat on the White River and fish Wednesday nighters at Broad Ripple. That was a long time ago, but it was pretty cool. I don't think he's doing that these days. But
hey, I got a little idea for you guys. So in our boxes, we just have this single card that we usually put in. Starting in March, we're gonna have this be an actual pamphlet, like a bifold pamphlet. And I think we could probably get Smallie Games on the back side of the pamphlet one of these months coming up here real soon.
Hell yeah, I mean, all about that. So, yeah. Well, anything you guys can do, share it. Like I said, we have those gift cards coming with each person that signs up. So that's a pretty cool thing American Legacy is doing. And yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Let's good luck to everybody. If you guys have any more questions, first go read the rules. Expertly written by yours truly.
I've got
You have something, Alex?
top of the bragging board, so they should be easy to find.
Okay. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, really the rules should have about everything in there, and I may tweak a few little things on that link before the games go live just to clarify, but that should answer any questions. But if you do have questions, you can obviously always shoot us a message, because there is no shame in that. So we try to respond to all of the messages we get. So all right. Well, thanks for coming, boys. You guys have a good night. Good luck to everybody. Free the fighter. No eating smallmouth during the games. The only exception to that would be Jeff. Jeff gets an one-time exemption for
Dude,
eating smallmouth.
I'm going straight to the new, catching a 23 and frying it on the spot.
That would not surprise me at all.
On Instagram
all right,
Live.
you guys take it easy though. All right.
We'll see you guys.
Man.
Thanks for having us.
It was here.
All right.
See ya.